Hey everyone, good evening and welcome to today's session. Um, we're excited to have you here today. As you can see, this will be our first learning series for the year 2024, and we are all charged up to take our learning journey serious. And today we'll be talking about AI and machine learning services for LLMs and generative AI. And we have an amazing guest on the call, the person of Franklin Afolabi, who will be coming up shortly. That will, walk us through today's session. But quickly before we go, let me be sure everyone that is watching us live now can hear me. So if you can hear me, just drop a yes in the comment section, and then I know that everyone can hear me. Just drop a yes in the comment section. If you can hear me, whether you are watching us from YouTube or you are watching from LinkedIn, drop a yes, and let's get started. Let me be sure everyone can hear me and see me as well. All right. So my name is Ejiro Pepe. I'm sure those of us in the community most likely already know me, but if you are new, we are happy to have you here. We do this every week, like bi-weekly. So we'll be expecting to see you in the next session as well. Okay, so quickly I'll be introducing our guest. There's no time to waste time. I'm introducing our guest, the person of Franklin Afolabi. Franklin Afolabi has been doing this for a good number of years. Trust me, if you are here, you need to get your pen and paper ready so you can get as much insight as possible from this session. Yes, you need to get your papers ready. You need to get your pen ready as well, because at the end of the session, we'll be having some quiz as usual. There will be quizzes, and then you also have the opportunity to ask questions. For those of us that have questions, you also have the opportunity to ask your questions. So it's important that you take down everything that will be said. And then when you have your questions, when it's time for the question and answer session, of course, we'll take as much as we can, given the available time. All right, please join me as I welcome Franklin Afolabi. Franklin Afolabi, we are so happy to have you here. You have the mic.
Thank you so much, Ejiro.
It's my pleasure.
And it's nice to be here.
Thank you.
It's nice to be back on our virtual study series.
Mm-hmm.
Today, the topic we're taking is about AI. And there has been a lot around in the industry regarding AI and machine learning services. An interesting topic starting this series is AI and machine learning services for LLMs and generative AI. Now, I'll not be speaking about all the intricacies of AI and machine learning. Neither will I be speaking much on all the intricacies of LLM and generative AI. But this will be like 100 level discussion. So not going very all the mathematical computations of machine learning. So what we'll do is we just break it down a little about AI, a little about ML, a little about LLM, and a little about generative AI. So what's artificial intelligence? Now, the picture you are seeing here is a man who is regarded as the father of AI. Now, there has been a debate. Who is smarter? Is it our generation, the Gen Z, Or is it the generations of our fathers and grandfathers? Well, it's a tough debate, but we need to respect our fathers and grandfathers because they have a lot of beautiful concepts. But the funny thing is, many of them did not live to see the actualization of their concepts. Now, the picture of the man here is Alan Turing. He's a British man. And sometimes in the year 1935, he felt that computers could learn from experience and solve new problems. How that will be done, he did not know. But he had a feeling and he brought out a theory, even till today, it's called the Turing test, that you could just scan images into computers, send in a lot of data into computers, and let computers decide and make decisions by itself. And that is the birth of artificial intelligence. This man wrote a paper sometimes within the year 1950, thereabout, explaining this concept. But no much information, no much data to be able to back it up as of that time. And one of his conclusions was that computer intelligence should be machine themselves being able to do things that intelligent beings like humans are able to do. So, artificial intelligence, we can simply define it as allowing computers or machines to perform tasks such as ability to reason, ability to discover meaning, ability to generalize, or to learn from experience. So, computers should be able to think like humans. That was the concept of artificial intelligence. What about machine learning? With regards to machine learning, it is the ability for computers now to learn and improve from experience without being explicitly programmed. Now, for those who are developers, for those who write a lot of programming languages without machine learning, they know that it's the idea of garbage in, garbage out. What you give in a computer, that's what the result will be. What you tell a computer to do, that's what the computer will do. But with regards to machine learning, you will feed in data to a computer. Now, you will not tell the computer what to do, but the computer will be able to identify patterns and make predictions. For some earlier machine learning models, they're able to feed it with hundreds of thousands of pictures of cats and dogs, and they were labeled. So, what the computer will do is the next time you send in a picture of a cat or a dog, the computer will be able to distinguish that yes, this is how cats look like, and this is how dogs look like. That is the idea of machine learning. Three basic things: to learn, to improve, to predict or make decisions. But now we have another term, which is called LLM, which is large language model. In order for machine learning to be able to work, scientists, computer scientists, tried to sit and look how does the human brain works. And they say that we humans make a lot of decisions by the amount of information we've gathered over time. So, for them also to train machines to be able to think like humans, they feed in so much data, billions of data, and allow the machines to be able to process this. And with the information at hand, computers who are being supervised can now produce outputs that will be useful. So the large language model allows the processing of natural language at a massive scale, such that over time, recognizing pattern, having insight, machines can also give useful information. And one of the beautiful results of large language model is what we call the generative AI. What is generative AI? Now, this is the ability for machines, computers, to be able to create new content from existing data. And such content can involve text, images, audios, or videos. Now, this picture you are seeing, I'm sure many of us will be able to guess that this is an AI picture. It's realistic, but it's just a simple prompt into a Gen AI site. Show me a picture of a Nigerian man and a woman. And with the amount of information that these models have gathered over time, billions of data that has been given, it is able to produce a beautiful picture like this. Now, I know many of us will be able to spot that this picture is an AI picture, but they keep fine tuning these models, they keep fine tuning these models so that we are able to get images that are even more realistic. So I'm sure I've been able to break it down a little. We've seen artificial intelligence, machine learning, LLM, generative AI. Many of us will have heard of the popular chat GPT. People use it a lot on a daily basis. I do sometimes too. We will have heard about Copilot or Bing search by Microsoft. We will have also heard about Gemini, which is a replacement to Bard by Google. But our discussion today will be focused on some offerings by AWS. We'll just see some of the machine learning services on AWS, some that can help us with generative AI, some that if you want to go deep into machine learning, you can check out those services. And in our session today, we also do a demo to see some of these machine learning services in place. I'm sure we are all ready. Now, AWS boasts of several machine learning services. And some of the use case for all these learning services, machine learning services include three that I've highlighted here. One is content creation, data augmentation, and a lot of things with regards to text. For content creation, you could generate audio, video, or text. You could get insights from audio, video, or text as well. For data augmentation, if the machine has had a lot of data and there are some missing data points, it's able to suggest what data point is needed to be able to make it complete. And machine learning services work a lot on text. You could just tell a machine learning model to give you a summary of a very long article, to tell you the intent of the writer, to even generate another article, or to fine tune an article. The article could be in one language and translating it to another language, or even rewriting it using some specific keywords. These are beautiful things that generative AI is helping us to accomplish at this time. I said earlier that AWS boasts of several machine learning services. A look today shows that they have over 30 services that are tailored to different fields with regards to machine learning. So we'll just take a brief review of some of those services and then we'll log into the console to check some of them in real time. One of the recent announcements by AWS is the Amazon Bedrock. And this is a machine learning service that allows you to be able to use foundational models from Anthropic, from Claude, or from other AI companies to be able to build generative AI. And I remember when Bedrock was launched, there was another service that was launched, Party Rock, that many of us use to create our own generative AI apps. And Party Rock is also very nice. You could build your own app. It could be your AI teaching assistant. It could be your AI learning assistant. It could give recommendations on a lot of things. It will generate music for you and a whole lot of things. Last year, or it's about 2 years now, Amazon also announced Code Whisperer. Code Whisperer is allowing developers to be able to code securely. And it was until recently I learned that it's another machine learning service that's integrated to Code Whisperer, Code Guru, to be able to scan the codes that are generated and make sure that they are secure. So with your Builder account, you can log in, download the AWS toolkit into your popular IDE, and then you're able to use Code Whisperer. Code Whisperer can suggest codes to be used in the popular programming languages like Python, JavaScript, Java, and also Code Whisperer could help you to see if there are vulnerabilities in the code you are writing. It's a very useful tool. We also have Amazon Comprehend. With Amazon Comprehend, someone is able to discover insight and relationship in text. Amazon Comprehend could, will allow a user to be able to scan through the document and give what are the sentiments behind those documents or what document is really. Amazon Forecast is another machine learning service that can allow data to be predicted. Okay, I think I had a little network issue, but it's back. Another AWS offering with regards to machine learning is Amazon Kendra. Amazon Kendra is an machine learning powered search service. Many companies who have a whole lot on their website could use Amazon Kendra as a search service, and it will loop in through all the information there and produce beautiful results. I'm sure a number of us will have interacted with chatbots. Amazon Lex can allow you to be able to build voice and text chatbots. Amazon Fraud Detector is being used by a number of e-commerce sites now to be able to detect online frauds based on what Amazon itself as a company have been able to identify. They are able to build machine learning models that is now publicly available for individuals who want to use such service to be able to detect fraud. In the health sector, we have Amazon Health Lake. Some of us might be familiar with data lakes, but Health Lake on its own is mostly used by health professionals and to be able to store, transform, query, and analyze health data fast. And we know that there is a huge compliance with regards to health information. So Amazon decided to customize that for people in the medical field. More AWS services include Amazon Lookout for metrics, Amazon Lookout for vision, Amazon Lookout for equipment. These are machine learning service that is able to detect anomalies in metrics, able to detect if an equipment is not sending in data as requested, or even computer vision. I'm sure a number of us will have seen YouTube video recommendations or Netflix video recommendations. Amazon Personalize can also do that to build real-time recommendations into applications. One generative AI service that was recently announced at the last re:Invent is Amazon Q. It's a Gen AI, it's a Gen AI powered assistant. With Amazon Q, you are able to ask questions even while on the console or in AWS documentation, and then it will produce links to articles or even produce answers for you. If you want to build and train your own machine learning model, Amazon SageMaker is very, very useful. More AWS offerings include Amazon Poly, which turns text into speech. And if you have read some articles, some blog posts on AWS, you will see that it's powered by Amazon Poly. Amazon Recognition could help to analyze videos and images. Amazon Textract could allow you to extract text and data from documents. Amazon Transcribe helps to change speech into text. And we also have Amazon Translate that translates from one language to another. These are just a handful of some of the machine learning services on AWS. I'm sure some of us will have heard a whole number or a whole lot about some of these services. And with the remaining time on hand, we'll log into the console and see how some of these services play on, especially the last ones that we have here: Amazon Poly, Amazon Textract, Transcribe, Translate, and likely Amazon Key. So I would like to share my screen so that we will. Okay. So let me just start with Amazon Poly. I've logged into the AWS console, and here in the AWS console, I'm taking one of the machine learning services that I've covered in this discourse. So Amazon Poly allows us to have text to speech. Here on the console, you are able to select the voice, whether you want a female voice or a male voice. The default came as Joanna, female. The language, a whole lot of languages are supported. Well, at the moment, no Nigerian language has been supported so far, but I know someday we will get there. So there's a default text here, and let's try and see if it's come up. So this is Okay, let me try and share my screen again. Okay, please can you confirm if my screen is up? Okay, so this is Amazon Poly. Let me just show how we can navigate down to some machine learning services on AWS. On the console right here, to see the list of all the machine learning services, you can click on machine learning and we'll see a whole lot of services offered by AWS. Some that we've not covered in our discussion today, like Amazon Augmented AI. We covered Bedrock. We spoke briefly about Code Guru. Here is Comprehend. We have Comprehend for the health sector, which is Comprehend Medical, Deep Composer, Deep Razor, DevOps Guru, Forecast Fraud Detector. We have Health Imaging, Health Lake, and Health Omic, all for the health sector. Kendra Lex, Lookout for Equipment, Metrics and Vision, for those IoT devices, especially Monitron, Panorama, Personalize, and a whole lot. But let's take a start with Amazon Poly, which is text to speech. So right here, we have three options: the neural, the long form, and the standard. The neural produces more natural human-like speech. And there are a whole lot of languages so far, but unfortunately, none of our Nigerian language has made it to the list. But I hope someday we will get there. And you have a whole lot of options to choose from: female voices and male voices. The default came as Joanna, but we can take Stephen Mill. And in the input bar here, we copy in all the text that we want to use. So I could just find a sample text on Google. Okay. So me just copying this text, I can input it right here on Poly. But my text is not copying. So let's use the default text by Poly. And then we can just click on listen. And that's how Amazon Poly works. If you want, you could download it to an MP3 file or you can save it to an S3 bucket. Another service that we discussed was Amazon Translate. So in the console here, I can type translate. And we can translate in real time or can translate from documents or we can even schedule translate. So I'll be using the real time translate, which comes by default. And then the model can detect which language I'm using, and it can also show me which language it will be translated to. So let me just find a dummy text, something like this. So it detected that the language is English. But now let me find which language should it translate it to. Now, interestingly, we have a Nigerian language here, and here is Hausa, and that's how Amazon Translate works. I can change the language it's translating to. Let me see something in Punjabi. So we see the translation AI service in Amazon. Now let's check one more before our time goes. Amazon Lex. I know many of us will have seen chatbots on various sites that we visited, and Amazon Lex even has bot templates that could be used. Now, I will not be demonstrating the Amazon Lex to the end, but a new feature that just came is about bot templates, and you will see they have five at the moment for airline services, financial solutions, telecommunication. Now, this is very interesting. The one for telecommunication is something that many of us will have seen on a number of sites. If you notice that inside the templates, you are able to request new SIM, add a new line, report lost device, check payment deal, make payments, find a store, end conversation, and fall back. So coding into this Amazon Lex, if you take a prompt, it will give you an answer. You take another prompt, it will give you an answer. And some interesting thing is it is linked to DynamoDB, Lambda functions, and also Amazon Connect, which is another service by AWS. So it's nice to play around some of these services on our own free time and see how much more we can still learn from the machine learning services available on AWS. Okay. I think my time is up now. So sorry. Okay. I think I did not leave room for questions. I'm so sorry. If anyone in the audience have question before we go to our live question and answer. Okay. Is there anybody questions on YouTube or LinkedIn? Okay. So I can disappear. There are no questions. I'm happy.
Hello, Franklin.
Thank you. I said I was waiting for questions, but I'm not sure I have any.
Oh, yeah. And there are no question in the comment section so far. I guess everything was clear. Let me
Yeah,
continue from our
I'm happy I
LinkedIn.
did it 100 level. If I've done it 400 level now, I've had a lot of questions. I'm happy.
I know, right?
And they
Oh
love
my
asking.
God.
So, what is supervised learning and what is unsupervised learning? But it's good this way.
Thank you. Guys, it's not too if you listen in and you have any question. I mean, before we move on to the quiz session, I'm sure people are already logging in. Before we move on to the quiz session, please let us know whatever questions you have because that's the reason why we put this session together so we can share knowledge with everyone in the community. Okay, I'm trying to check the LinkedIn audience, but there is no, I don't see any question there as well. Okay. All right, I think we'll just move on to our quiz. I see Fatek, Fajmail, and Mueller. Okay, so for everyone that is here, please let's do it to join the quiz before we bring before we start sharing the questions. I'll just wait for a few more seconds and then we'll bring up the first question. Once we start the quiz, you won't be able to join anymore. So this is the best time to join in. All right, I think we'll just get started. We'll just get started, yes, with the first question. So if you can see your screen, the countdown has begun. Gang, 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 gang. Okay. So, what is the primary purpose of Amazon SageMaker? So, pick one, pick one, pick one. Let's see who is going to be a winner for today. The primary purpose of Amazon SageMaker. Oopsie. Oh, somebody one. We have one correct answer. Molar. Okay, molar. Interesting. Uh, there's another question coming up, coming up, coming up. Okay. Which AWS service? Oh, I think this. Okay. Which AWS service is focused on creating Jesus, individualized recommendations for customers using the applications? Yeah. So please, you have less than 5 seconds to answer that. Uh-huh. Someone got that correctly. I hope so. Okay, this is the third question. I think, okay, Mula is still leading. Fat Tech is following up closely. Okay, we have more questions. This is the third one. Which AWS service is designed for NLP and can identify sentiment, extract key phrases, and detect language in text? How can we answer from YouTube? Best stand, you have to join the Kahoot platform. The code to join was shared earlier, but the quiz is halfway halfway gone. So perhaps maybe the next session you could join. Okay. Yeah, or you can just type in your question, but it will not be like evaluated along with the quiz because the results are only drawn from the quiz platform. Okay, thank you. Okay, we have the next question. What is the primary function of Amazon Text Tract? This is like self-explanatory, but let's see if Mula. Only one person has answered. Okay, we have two answers now. The other persons that joined, shey people don't want to answer. Mula is still leading. Oh, okay. Fajmeyo. Fajmeyo, you overthrew Fatec. Hey, wonder shall never end. This is the last question. What does Amazon Lex provide for developers? What does Amazon Lex provide for developers? Okay, I guess this is a tough one. There are no answers yet. Oh, we have an answer. It's all right. Okay, I have 1 second to go. Oh, and it was the correct one. Beautiful. Let's see who our final winner is. Oh, and we have number three, Fatek at the number three place. Congratulations, Fatek. Fajmayo at the second place. And we have Mular at the first place. Congratulations, Mular. Congratulations, congratulations. Best sound. I'm so sorry. Don't worry, the next session will pin it so that you can join in. Congratulations, Mula. Congratulations, Mula. You can send us your details and then we'll congratulate you across all our platform and let you know what we Mula. Send us your name. Send us Yes, just send us your name to our official email address, or you can forward it to me. If you have my number on the group on the platform, you can forward your details to me. We just need your name, a picture of you as well. Mula, congratulations once again. Okay, uh, so this is it. We really, really appreciate each and every one of you for um joining us today. And I love the practical session. I hope that each one of you were able to get from the session, like you could see how all of those things are being deployed. Okay, and if you need further clarity, please feel free to reach out to us. If you're not in the community already, please, you need to be there. You can reach out to me personally, and then I'll share the link to join the community with you. You can also join us on LinkedIn as well. You can follow us on here on YouTube. So it's just the first position, Fatma. But yeah, I think you the all three winners, since we have number one, two, and three, we can definitely design something for you, something that you can share with your friends, you can share with your network and let them know you came out the third position in this quiz. So of course, perhaps you can also share your details and they will create a flyer design for you to brag about. Yes, this year we not agree for anybody. So you can share that will create a flyer for you so you can share with your people. So Fajmail, Mula and Fatek will be expecting you. Please, maybe for the next session, to be great that you use your names because anybody can come now and say they are Mula. Anybody can come and say they are Fajmail, or anybody can come and say they are Fatek. So for future purposes, it will be best to use your name because it will be easy for us to identify you. Okay, let me share with you my LinkedIn details. Just give me a minute. So you can send me a message there. Just give me a minute to type that out. Okay. Yeah, so you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Okay, that's correct. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn and then so the others please too for all the three winners. We have a position, but like I said, for subsequent sessions, please use your names so that it's easy for us to identify you. You are most welcome. You are most welcome. You are most welcome. Okay, this is where we'll be drawing the curtains. Thank you so much for being a part of the session. Like I said, if you are not following us already, please do so because we do this every 2 weeks. We share knowledge like this, making sure that everyone in the community is growing in their knowledge because in the tech space things really it's a very very dynamic space. And then yeah, thank you, Bolaji. It's a very dynamic space, so it's important that you stay up to date, you see what is being done in the market, because the guest speakers that we have are not just enthusiasts. These are people that practice it every, they bring in the touch of their daily experience, so you'll be learning all of that. And then do it to also invite someone the next time you are coming, so that you're not the only one who is getting this information or getting this knowledge. So this is where we draw the curtains. Thank you so much for being a part of today's session. We look forward to hosting you in 2 weeks time. All right, and please 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 follow us and be a part of our WhatsApp community. Until then, have a beautiful week ahead and see you. Cheers.